well. Number three is to create a plan so that your money outlives you. And number four is to just preserve your principal. So anything that you have put together or accumulated over the course of your work life, we want to protect that, okay? And so, Frank, what's unique about working with me as well is that I'm an independent broker out of the state of Texas. And what that means is that I'm not captive to any one particular company. I have no quotas, and I don't look out for the best interest of a company. I look out solely for the best interest of my clients. So I always joke and say, if I worked for Fidelity, I'm going to tell you why Fidelity is the best thing around, right? And because that's all I have to offer. And so that doesn't work with me. So what I've learned in doing this as long as I've have is that clients that are either entering retirement or already retired, they're just looking for safety, right? They just want some safety and income, safety and growth, and safety and legacy. And that's really what I specialize in, sir. So before we go any further, if I may, I'd love to just kind of toss the ball back to you. And Frank, just kind of tell me a little bit about what, triggered you to even start looking for different options. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Question is, okay, here's for you, there's some numbers. I applied for Social Security. I'm getting round figure $2,500 a month.
Okay.
I would like to be able to get at least $1,000 a month from somewhere, because my pension plan, their offer is $700 and something a month, and of course other options. Well, I really would like to live comfortably and get at least 1,000. And with that in mind, right now, because I work half a year, I can, with both incomes, we can't go over a 194K, or else I'm going to be charged more for my Medicare. So right now, basically, I think I have a window of roughly $30,000 before we reach total income of 194K. If I could pull 25,000, out of that 30,000 window that I have before I reach the 194 income for the year, that would be wonderful, because I can pay off the credit cards and just have normal bills from then on.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do, if I can do it, etc. Plus where, to put my retirement, my pension, which is a lot larger, and manage that, get some income out of it, etc.
Okay, perfect. That's a good starting point. So, Frank, let me introduce you to kind of my process. So this first phone call, what we're really trying to do is it's discovery in nature. So I'm going to create like a generic profile. Essentially, who are you? What do you do? What's your current retirement plan? And what are your goals? I don't need any sensitive data or information. Okay. It's very high level. But once I have this generic profile completed, then I'm able to kind of do my job, which is I can actually go out into the open market and shop on your behalf, because I have access to over 40 different A-rated financial institutions and carriers, right? Programs as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a few key strategies that are unique to your goals and come back to you with some ideas. So you have a very specific plan, right? I need to make this much money per month to supplement what I'm doing, but I also can't go beyond this, right? So we need to find the absolute right product for you, while at the same time eliminating fees, right? Protecting against loss, and still trying to accumulate and grow over time, because whether you're retiring now or in 5 years, inflation doesn't care, right? So inflation is just going to keep on going. So we have to figure out a way to accomplish all the things that you're trying to accomplish, while at the same time still grow your money, okay? So typically what will happen is, after I go and find a couple strategies, we swing back around within 48 hours and we jump on a Zoom call. Frank, have you ever been on a Zoom?
Yes.
Yeah, so we jump on a Zoom, and the Zoom is really going to be two parts. First part, all education. My dad was my first mentor. He always used to tell me, Mario, if you lead from education, you can never lose. Because if a person has even 1% doubt or misunderstanding, they're going to pump the brakes because they just don't want to make a mistake. He said, so if you can lead from education, then that's where confidence is built. And when people feel confident, they feel comfortable. And when they feel comfortable, they make moves, right? So, but at that point, the second thing we'll do is we're going to go over some illustrations. So I actually will give you hard numbers that I can email to you that you can really take to the bank. But worst case scenario, Frank, at that point, you'll know whether or not a secure and guaranteed retirement account is for you or not, and you can make an educated decision. Is that okay, sir?
That is okay.
Awesome. So with that being said, I'd love your permission to just kind of walk through what I call a financial needs analysis form. It's pretty simple, kind of generic, but what I want to do is I just want to ask you some questions so that I always say I don't leave any rock, unturned. But let me read you the form. It says the purpose of this document is to help your retirement strategist create a generic profile about your current financial situation. While we do not need any sensitive information like account numbers or data, giving as much information as you feel comfortable will help me to create a prosperous plan for you. Okay, so with that said, so Frank, you're in Texas, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what part of Texas are you in, sir?
I'm right out here off Greenville.
Okay.
In Greenville, Texas.
Okie dokie. And how old are you, sir?
65.
65. All right. And when are you looking to retire? What age?
At 65, I had to retire because of my disability.
Okay, so you're already retired then?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now, are you married, sir?
Yes.
And is your wife working or is she retired?
Oh, she's working.
Okay. All right, so she's working. Is she looking to retire anytime soon?
No, she's a lot younger than I am, so she still needs to build up her savings, damn it.
Okay. How old is your wife, sir?
Man, now you put me on the spot.
I didn't ask the birth date.
Yeah, she's 56.
Okay. Now, at her job, so is she putting into like a 401k or a 403b right now?
Yes, she's in basically education, so she has that 401b, the teacher's retirement thing.
Yeah, 403b, yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, and we'll come back to that. Any children that are in dependency age that you guys still claim?
No.
No? Okay.
Don't scare me.
So you do have children, they're just adult children now, or?
Oh, they're adults, all right.
Okay, good. All right. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do, sir, is I'm going to ask you just kind of go down a list of different types of accounts that people have. And some of them might not apply to you, but if you, we have one of those, then we'll kind of cross that bridge. So, so for you right now at your current job that you just retired from, you were putting into a 401k. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, do you know what the current value is on that 401k?
I believe it's 68K right now.
68,000. Okay. And that is no longer active because you're not there, so you're not contributing anymore, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then you also mentioned your pension, correct?
Yes.
Now, do you know what that value is?
107K.
Okay. 107K. And they quoted you a guaranteed income of about how much?
766, I believe.
Okay.
A month.
Okay. A month. Okay. Perfect. And so most pensions work where you can either just keep it with them and get the guaranteed income, or they give you the ability to kind of take it and do what you want with it. Is that where you're at as well?
That's where I am.
Okay, perfect. So outside of those, the 401k and the pension, do you have any old 401ks from any other jobs, 403bs from back in the day, TSPs, TSAs, anything like that?
Yeah, but right now I can't count on it because I know it's messed up, but when I was younger, money wasn't that important, and I didn't keep paperwork and all this stuff. Well, listen to this. I went up to the attic to get some of my old documents, and I have checks for up to $3,000 that I never checked.
Wow.
They were disbursements. So now I'm going back to my old employer, and they have to look. Of course, the money's not now with a different bank, so they're doing research. But I hope to run into that money. It's not going to be much, maybe, as much as I would say 15,000. That's what it was
Okay.
worth.
Yeah.
35 years ago.
You'd be surprised, sir, at how common that is. I run into people and they're like, I think I had a 401k from a job 20 years ago, and it's still there. Like, so it's pretty common, believe it or not.
Okay.
Okay, so you can kind of cross that bridge when you get a little bit more clarity. But so back to these different accounts. So 457, or what is also known as a deferred comp. Do you have any IRAs, whether they're
No.
traditional or Roth?
Nothing.
No. Okay. How about CDs or money market accounts?
Neither.
Okay. Investments like stocks, crypto, gold, silver.
I just have my investments in my 401k through Fidelity.
Okay. Okay. So just the 401k and the pension. Okay. How about, so we do have your pensions. How about just a regular old savings at the bank? Do you have anything in the savings?
Yeah, but right now there's like 8,000 in there.
Okay.
Kind of,
Kind of like the emergency fund there?
Yeah.
No worries. No worries. Okay. Awesome. So now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about monthly income, right? Because now you're getting into a new place, right? You're just newly retired, so you can't really count on your job anymore. So on a monthly basis, right, you said you're going to be estimated at about $2,500 from Social Security, okay? Now, what does your wife bring home on a monthly basis, like her net income that she deposits?
Each month, maybe about 7K, but I don't have any more information on her. So
Oh, that's fine.
if we could just
That's fine.
my lap,
Yeah.
with the money that I need to provide for the family.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. What I do is I always try to take like I said, a 30,000 foot like holistic view, because unless you guys, and that's some people do, but unless you guys keep everything completely separate, it is good to at least know what is coming into the pot that you guys can use, not just now, but for the long run, right? So, okay. So any other, outside of the 2,500 from you and the 7,000 a month from her, is there any other type of income, whether it be rental income or any type of money that comes in on a monthly basis?
Now, would that be net or gross for that 7,000 that I gave you?
Net. So what is actual
Okay.
deposited?
Let me think what she told me. I think it's about 5 something.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. All right. So with that being said, those are your two sources of income. What is y'all's fixed overhead cost? So that's going to be like your mortgage and rent, car notes and bills. Unfortunately, not gas and groceries. But what would you say your fixed costs are on a monthly basis?
I would say probably around the 5.
About 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. No problem.
We got one more month just to finish paying off a car. So
Okay.
that's going to be an extra 500.
Nice.
But, yeah. But
That's good.
like I said, I just want to get rid of those high interest credit cards and paying them off and get that monthly payments just out of my view.
Yep, absolutely. I've been there. It feels great. It feels like when you get debt free, even if it's just a revolving interest on the credit credit cards, because those are a killer. But when you do, you just feel like you can breathe. You're like, oh man, I'm not wealthy, but man, I just get to keep my money now. That's cool. Okay, so now for your home, are you guys renting or do you own a home?
Own a home.
Okay, do you own it outright, or are you still paying down a mortgage?
We're paying the mortgage about $2,500 a month.
Okay. Do you know what you still owe on that mortgage note?
I think it's $230.
Okay. And do you have any idea roughly what the property value is?
It's about $650K.
Okay. Yeah.
You believe? Yeah.
Sounds about right. It's Texas.
Texas, yeah.
They're going up and up. All right. So a couple more categories to chat with, and then I'm pretty much done. But sir, do you have any life insurance?
No. So that might be something to add to the mix.
Okay.
Because I don't know how true it is, but there's ads. You can get life insurance, for $12 a month.
Yeah, that's not. And the old adage is you get what you pay for, right? That's typically what it is. But yeah, we'll look into that. How about your wife? Does she have any, like through her work or anything?
I think it's through her work, because I definitely had it while I was working. We had life insurances that were paid up, but basically now they expired, things
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. Okay. So your wife has some from work. Do you have any idea what the death benefit might be on hers or no?
Uh, Probably 150,000, I would think.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now, how is your health? Do you have any either one of you guys have any health problems? Heart issues, cancer, diabetes, anything like that?
Thank goodness we don't.
Praise God.
I've only been to the hospital like 3 times in my life. My wife, on the other hand, OMG, every year.
Oh yeah.
It's not a rotator cuff. It's her elbow. She will. I don't know. I need to trade her in.
This is not a recorded line, sir, so don't worry about that. You guys don't smoke, do you?
No, this is terrible.
Okay, no smoking, good. All right. And sir, what is your height and weight?
I am 5'5" at best, and my weight, last I checked, was 190.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And
gained a little bit for you to get back.
Okay. Well, now you can have some
Try
time.
to ask me what my wife's weight is, because that's a question you never ask.
I'm not. There's 2 things I always say. I always go, you never ask their height and their weight, or their weight and their age, right? But it's the nature of my industry. So my setup is always, ma'am, I'm gonna ask a question, and I always feel like my mom's gonna come and slap me across the back of the head for this. But ma'am, could you tell me how old you are? No medications, neither one of y'all.
I use the low volume, cholesterol and blood pressure, and my blood pressure's been in check for years, but I guess since it's not that much, he hasn't taken it off.
Okay. All right. So we might need down the road, depending on what we decide to get into, we might need to know the names of those, but we don't need them now, so that's fine. Okay. All right. So if I'm looking correctly here, sir, really what we're looking to do is we're trying to figure out that 401k and that pension. Can we get you that $1,000? And what you're saying is that $1,000 a month, you can actually earn up to $30,000 before you get messed up with taxes, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's a couple of things to look at. So how quickly are you looking to start withdrawing income from this particular these 2 particular accounts?
Okay, good question. If I could withdraw something for this year, to pay off some credit cards, like let's say what was the number I gave you, 25? If I could pull out 25K from somewhere for this year, and then pull out or just see how much money I can earn monthly next year, that would work.
Okay. All right. So what's the credit card debt? What's the total? Do you know?
I would say probably mine is, I don't know. I mean, I say mine. She used them, but which sucks because never let her know they're at 0 balance. And let's say roughly 2,500.
Okay. 25,000.
25,000.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's. I'm gonna keep that in mind there. All right. So the next step, sir, is for us to jump on a Zoom, and let's see here. Let me pull up my calendar real quick. And you are newly retired, so you probably got a little bit more time on your hands than you normally do, right?
Man, that's what I thought, but believe me, I was given a list of things to do every day.
I get it. Totally get it.
I am available, basically.
Okay, good. So why don't we do... Are you available tomorrow? Let's say 1 o'clock your time. I'm actually in actually, take that back. 12:30. I'm in California right now. My little sister had a baby, so I flew out to come see her. Thank you so much. So I would say, let me look at my calendar here. So tomorrow, what if we did?
Thursday, right?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow's Thursday. What if we did 10:30 My time, 12:30 your time.
It would be 12:30 my time?
Yeah, 12:30 Central.
Sure, that's great. I'll put you down.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so Frank, let me confirm your email. I've got you at ffalcon@sbcglobal.net. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. So I'm going to send you an email there. It's going to have all my information. I'll have a biography attached as well, my license number, and it'll also have the Zoom link and the information for tomorrow. You'll get some automated texts ahead of time to just remind you. But yeah, tomorrow, like I said, we'll jump on. We'll do some educating. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll go through some numbers for you, and I think you'll be pleased. But at least worst case scenario, like I said, you have a firm understanding on what you can do and what you can't. Right? Unfortunately, I always say I'm not Jesus. I can't turn water to wine, but I can show you what you can do and what's a good option for you right now. Because my goal, sir, I know you have immediate needs. But my goal as a retirement strategist, and I always say this jokingly, but you'd be surprised, hey, if you ended up becoming like the oldest man in the world, the Guinness Book oldest man in the world, it's my job to make sure you still have a paycheck, right? And so I come from a place of aggressive conservatism. So I want to be as conservative as possible, but while we're being conservative, go out there and get you as much money as possible. And so that's kind of the lenses that I look through when I draw these up. But otherwise, we are on for tomorrow at 10:30 Pacific, which is 12:30 Central. And I'm going to send you an email here just shortly. Okay, sir?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome, Frank. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.